you today. I am Protulia Xeta-Llouns and this is Mexican Allies on the 12th day of the Trezene movement. Today is 12 conejo, 12 rabbit. Is Matlactliomome, Tochtli. In the 12th day, we know who is the sponsor of the 12th day. It's Tochtli, this god that was so very unpopular between all the gods because he had a way of just approaching to every subject that was a little bit annoying. What was his way? He was a little bit too over-exaggerated on everything. And what is everything? Well, you can say that he perhaps overdid his feelings or his expressions, but mostly it's like putting too much detail in whatever situation or explanation. So if it was just to, I don't know, explain how perhaps they just ask him, hey, how is the crop going? And he started talking about, yeah, the soil and the corn variety he was using, and what was the scientific name of the corn, and how much effort did he put in each line on the soil, and all the fertilizers, and how his fertilizer is the best, and how all the other farmers are doing wrong because their crops are full of poison, perhaps, and then you go like, okay, but I just ask you, how's the crop going? Perhaps you could have just say, oh, it's going great. But he wasn't like this. So the other gods not only kind of like a little bit like avoid him, but also they even condemned him a little bit. Why? Is it necessary to go so deep and into too much detail and get so complicated about everything? Well, perhaps. But the thing is, we live in a community, and this is what the rabbit is all about. So, if we are in a community, we need to get along with the other rabbits, the other people that are there with us. So, which rabbits are the ones that we are going to choose to move along with? Because some of them are just not willing to share themselves in a community. They are not willing to share their time, because a community needs time. Every single element of that community needs to be taken care of and watered. And if you just want to be on your own, then you can forget about the community. If you want to take all your time for yourself, you will be isolated. And it's also valid And it's good that you know what you want to do with your time, instead of making people believe that you actually want to be in a community with them, or that you want to be part of their community. So, trying to be in a community without sharing your time and only taking from the community without giving something in return, well, this is the way cancer cells behave. A cancer cell is a cell that lives in the system, feeds from the system, and doesn't give anything in return. And you can say, oh, well, I am giving my money, and I am giving, of course, when I go buy things at the store, well, I am giving, of course. Yeah, but this is not the thing. It's an interaction. It's feeding the system with your own energy. This is the way things work. The ecosystems work like this. All the creatures interact and give their time to the other creatures. How is the tree giving us his time? Well, he's there, right? If you spend 3 hours underneath the tree, he will spend it with you. So it's funny how it works, this thing. One thinks that just by giving money or materials, you're done. You did your job. But it's not this. The most precious time, the most precious thing in this creation, the most expensive and the one that really gets things into movement, is giving your precious time. And if you give to someone your time or to anything, you will see it grow. And when things are not growing, it's because your heart is closed. And you've been fooling yourself, thinking that you're giving, when in fact you're imposing. It's not the same. And it's not the same receiving than taking. So, over-exaggerating your feelings in order to get something, attention perhaps, this is the way of Tlahuizcalpantecutli. It couldn't be so bad, because this guy, even though he had these ways, they gave him a very nice task. He is the Lord of the house of dawn, and he was in charge. They put him in charge of the morning star, the morning Venus, and he was supposed to take care of it. So there must be a reason why this over-exaggerated guy, overly complicated and entangled in his own thoughts, was taking care of this brilliant planet, in fact. Why? Well, I don't know. I'll leave you to think about it. I know that you've done your math in your brain by now, and you understand who is this guy. So at the end of this Trezene with the rabbit, we understand that not everybody is going to be in our circle of arms This is what means Mayawel, the goddess of the day rabbit. So in this circle of arms, who are really embracing you and making you move forward by giving you their time and taking your precious time in a way that they profit from it and not just taking your time and doing nothing with it. Most of these are the people that you love. So spend the day with them and grow together. And see you next time.